Hi there guys and welcome once again to Level 3, our bit of Channel 31 here that's devoted to gaming and gamers. I'm Jamie, I look mostly at the PS2 side of things. I've got the world's best gamers with me here on the couch. First up, here's Jason.
You let the poor people down every week. You tell them that we're...
As
you said, my name's Jason. I deal with the Xbox and the Nintendo side of things. We also have Nicholas.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas. I deal mostly with the PC and I'm going to stick with my miscellaneous titles. I do the odd movie and the odd gadget and stuff like
Absolutely. Nick, the king of miscellaneous.
And he doesn't wear knickers because he's Nicholas.
So aside from the bad jokes, we have some good stuff in today's show. We've got some reviews, some news, bits and pieces, and Nick's got something very new and exclusive to us.
Yes, I do. Having the ability to web browse.
Playing that card this early.
I've got a preview on Battlefield, the new Battlefield
2142,
and it's looking insane. It's going to be fantastic.
Robots.
So let's go have a look at that.
Awesome.
Robots.
I remember this. The chaos. The fear. I had no choice. The battle for Earth had begun.
The year is 2142 and the dawn of a new ice age has thrown the world into a panic. The math is simple and brutal. The soil not covered by ice can only feed a fraction of the Earth's population. Some will live, most will die. Players will choose to fight for one of two military superpowers in an epic battle for survival: the European Union or the newly formed Pan-Asian Coalition. Armed with a devastating arsenal of high-tech assault rifles, cloaking devices and sentry guns, players will also do battle using some of the most imposing vehicles known to man. Massive battle mechs wage fierce combat on the ground, while futuristic aircraft rule the skies. When facing one of these new behemoths, players will need to use their wits and an arsenal of new countermeasures like EMP grenades to level the playing field. I remember downloading Battlefield Wake all those years ago when the game was first released, and it was absolutely awesome. It was so addictive and it was revolutionary in what it did. Then Battlefield Vietnam came out and they did it all again. This time they added the helicopter, something which totally revolutionised the gameplay. Battlefield 2 came out, same package, looking a whole lot better with new things added to it to improve the gameplay once again. It's got a strong pedigree and a strong heritage, and I have no doubt that Battlefield 2142 will live up to that. The game features new things like Titan mode. Wage epic scale war to defeat your opponent's Titan, a massive flying warship controlled by the team's commander. Players must destroy the Titan's shields, board the craft, fight to its reactor core and detonate it from the inside, all while defending your own Titan. And the new things that they've added? The mechs. From all accounts, these things are the whole new part of the game where they move at lightning speed and come with an absolute arsenal of weapons. EA have stuck to their 64 players online, and the beauty of the game is that the maps change their size to the amount of people playing, which is going to make for a very interesting time. To the victor goes the spoils. Equipment, medals and other awards are awarded in-game and in real time. Choose an unlock and have access to it immediately next time you spawn. The game features 5 times more unlocks than Battlefield 2. The game also features customizable abilities, which allows a player to blend classes to get something that they would prefer to use. This is going to make for a very interesting way in which players will approach the game, and you'll never know what you're quite up against. Along with the good old battle mech, which is set to revolutionise the way this game is played, there is still the old arsenal of things like the ep5 and the air vehicles, which will allow you to wage war from ground to air, air to ground, and transport troops across the terrain at alarming speeds, which will make for a very interesting and fun experience.
Alrighty Alrighty, guys, there we are. We are back from Battlefield. Now that looks absolutely. Is that really gameplay footage?
Can't
Yes.
wait.
Is that are they ripping us off? Are they giving us cut sequence footage and
that's
selling
the
it
real
as?
deal.
That
Because
is
I mean, you have a look at if that was like time movie for the game. You look at something where they put a lot of time and work into the game. It'd look much nicer than that if it was pre-rendered.
But that is still pretty nuts for me.
Oh,
especially
awesome.
the amount of stuff that's going on. You'd think it would just lag up your system.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to be running a Ninja PC to play it. Like,
Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends how hard you want to run it, and also Battlefield originally there was a lot of bugs to start with, but
true.
Battlefield 2 was quite smooth and ran really
Yeah,
well.
no,
So I
that's
imagine
true.
that it'll be okay.
So that's what I want to know about that. I mean, is this a completely new game, or is this just a modified?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's. To me, it's going to be a whole new game just because of the new features, the different gameplay modes, the introduction of Titans and things like that. The mechs alone are going to be fantastic. Battlefield 1942 had the planes and everything like that. When Battlefield or Close Combat came out with helicopters, the Black Hawk helicopters. Now it was the same game in essence, but it felt like a completely different thing just because of the one new aspect, that new style of ways that you could play the game. The helicopter totally revolutionised.
plus, I suck at planes. I'm good with the
Do
helicopters.
you?
But I am terrible.
I
at
love the
planes.
planes. Yeah, they were awesome. Just doing like suicide bombs into carriers, and such a good game.
Yeah. Well, and so that's the thing. It opens up the whole kettle of fish of if you're using someone else's engine, can you classify it as a new game? I reckon you can. It's like the machinima thing.
I think
you know?
so.
Yeah.
I
If
think
you're
so.
using someone else's medium to convey your own idea,
Yeah,
so
I think
henceforth.
so.
Yeah. Then the bollocks thing is $100, man.
That's the problem about if you do use the same engine and you do bring in half the team or whatever. Half the work's done when you've got the engine. So then if you rewrite a new game and you're going to release it as a new game and you sell it for $100 or whatever stupid amount of money that people pay for a game that we pay for games, then that's insane. I don't know. Where's the justification?
There's no justice in this world.
And if you get a game and crack it in a day,
Yeah.
is it worth $100?
Exactly it.
Definitely, but look, getting engines, and just making a new game out of that. Sometimes you can't even tell. And I mean, I'm going to talk Xbox for a second. Halo and Stubbs the Zombie, built from the same engine, and they're just completely different games.
Yep.
If they didn't write it on the box in letters this big, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't have
Well, the
known.
Quake 3 engine got a lot of work
Yeah,
because it
that
was just
was-
a beautifully built thing. And I don't know, when you're onto something good and it works, why not?
Well, the guys at Havoc will never have to work again. Everyone's just using the physics engine, and that's just the end of it.
And the Half-Life 2, that's
That's it.
just going everywhere.
Yeah.
Just physics alone, it's great. It's just
Yeah.
fun to play.
Well, look, I think we've reached our quota of nerd talk for the episode.
Sorry,
we
guys.
should
Yes.
we should probably go to a break and have a rest, and we'll be back.
With more nerd talk, yeah.
Well, all reviews, all sorts of stuff.
Show me Freaky Lump.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we're back here on Level 3. While you've been to break, Jason's been trying to get everyone to touch his freaky lump. But look, let's not dwell on the freaky lump for now.
I feel violated.
Let's go straight into our red pill segment. We
Yes,
went
red
down
pill.
to Sidetracked in Oakley and had some bowling action down there.
It's been a bit of mini bowling action.
Mini
with
bowling.
The weird
Yes.
art.
It was
yeah.
little bowling.
And then we took them on in Super Monkey Ball.
That's correct.
That
Super
was good
Monkey Bowling.
times.
That was awesome. Super
Good
Monkey
times.
Ball's the king.
Yeah.
Check
that's
it out, see how our experiment went.
Yes.
experiment. Here we are at the bowling alley for another installment of the Red Pill. Jason has been practicing hard on Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball.
Been practicing hard on some
Gone
bowling
to man.
games. Nix has too. We're going to see if those skills are going to transfer across against some bowling champions.
I got faith and blue balls. Actually, and here's our challengers. I'm actually taking on the man himself, Big Mark, I like to call him. And Jamie,
Barry.
Yeah, I'm the
Barry.
other big man.
The
How are
big
you?
boss.
He's the bigger man.
I'm sort of the bigger boss, yeah.
This is Matt.
And Matt, he's the ring and he's the talented one.
he's the young gun. All right, well,
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
there's some great bowling skills down here at Sidetrack. So if you want to check it out, by the way, it's to come down to Oakley.
and we'll be here bowling.
Yeah, probably will.
We're on the payroll now, 24 hours a day.
It's
Or we'll
fun.
be asleep at the front one. Yeah, probably that one. All right, let's rock and roll.
Let's go, let's bowl.
Let's do it, dogs.
It's time to bowl.
Bowling is fun. Two games have been decided. We're down to the last game. Jason's winning at the moment and he might get up.
Let's go and see how we go against them on the video games.
That's correct. Super Monkey Ball time.
Super Monkey Ball time.
Let's go, boys.
I almost don't know what to say because I think this is the first time we've won anything on the Red Pill in the real world. So look, we've won out there. We'll see if the margin's bigger or if we're not as good here.
Oh, nasty split. Oh, no, they come down. They fell down.
Go, little fella.
You're coming way too early.
Go, little
Go
fella.
right straight on the edge.
The crazy monkey. The bad monkey.
No, he's coming back. He's coming back.
You watch this off.
Hate this monkey, man.
Tell you what, it's been a scary time here on the GameCube, but we have won by the narrowest of margins. We've had a great time down here at Sidetrack today. Make sure you get yourself down here, down to South Oakley. We're going to get back to the studio though, guys.
But Monkey Ball time.
And Red Pill, what a weird experience that we won both. What's the...
Except for Nick. Nick didn't win.
Yeah,
Nick didn't win.
well, you know,
As
2
a-
out of
as a
3.
team.
As a team, we got home though.
2 out of
Yeah.
3 ain't bad, but I do remember Nick lost.
Yes, I remember.
But I did get the high score.
No, but I remember the losing bit. Everything else is just a blur.
So I guess does that prove that playing Super Monkey Ball actually improves your bowling skill?
Well, as I said, it's the only sport where you sit down, you drink beer, you be fat, and then you get up, you exert yourself about 40 seconds, sit back down. It's a gamer's paradise.
Burst
as far as-
energy.
Exactly. It's like a sport built for gamers before gaming came out. It preempted. It was the build up. I don't know.
Is it like when you lose the remote and you have to get up and find it?
But that's what girlfriends are for, man. Like, who the hell gets up and changes their own television?
Ooh. So we're going to quickly go now to a break.
Let's get out of here.
See ya.
What, did I say that out loud?
Run away.
Did I- oh.
Run away.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh, welcome back to the show, everyone. We're going to go straight on now to Jason, who has a review on some Nintendo DS games.
Yes, it's a bit of a wrap on DS. It's yeah, I mean, it's been out for a while now. It's sold tons. Even here, man, we've sold like 2 or 3 million in this country.
Nintendo's little handheld thing.
Yes, it is.
It's a great little thing.
It's their whole. It's the start of their approach into bringing like the whole added element to it. Because I mean, the old Game Boys were just push the buttons, touch screen, and it comes into play. Like you know, they've got ones out now. You actually like. They're looking at, I think, the new Golden Sun or something, and you draw the spells in the thing. Or the Castlevania, you draw the spells in the thing. So then, if you draw the right symbol, he does that spell.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be nuts. And then they'll be like, it's gonna be awesome. It is the future. I'm telling you.
Let's go check it out.
Rock on.
Check it out.
Alrighty, guys. Since I'm supposed to be the Nintendo guy, I figure it's about time that we actually covered something Nintendo. And as such, I've got a DS wrap for you. I mean, the thing sold about 2 million units worldwide, so it's at least earned an honourable mention. And as such, let's go on now to have a look at some of the best games on the big end's little handheld beauty. Now, Mario Kart. What would Nintendo be without their favourite little rotund plumber? Mario Kart offers you 16 brand new courses, plus a selection of courses from other Mario Kart games. There's also more selectable characters, and in a big boon, there's up to 7 selectable karts for every character, meaning that strategy now comes into it because every kart has different attributes, so picking the right kart for the right series actually matters. But it doesn't matter too much. There's still all of the sideways action, there's still all of the red shell action, there's still all of that mental action you've come to expect from the Mario Kart series. And in a big plus, it's Wi-Fi compatible, so you can play this game against people from other countries. Absolutely brilliant. Pick this one up, guys. If you've got a DS, pick this one up. Metroid Prime. Now, when you think of Metroid on a handheld console, you invariably think of a 2D side-scroller. That is no longer. With the capabilities of the DS, you're actually able to play it in 3D and also as a first-person shooter. Very akin to the Metroid Prime series on the GameCube. It sounds a bit weird, but let me explain. Okay, the top screen is used for everything that's going on in the world. That's the visual. That's your eyes. That's your visual thing. The bottom thing is a mini inventory / aiming screen. So any movement you make on the bottom screen will be counteracted in the top. It does really sound clunky, but once you get used to it, it is absolutely awesome and frees up your hands something brilliantly. Blasting space aliens is just super easy, and if sci-fi isn't your thing, think about what this means for first-person shooters in the future. The other thing as well about this is it's Wi-Fi as well, so you can play this one over the net. Absolutely fun, guys. Pick it up. The next big one we've got to talk about is WarioWare Touch. Now, WarioWare Touch was a launch title, so it is a bit old, but it is still no less fun. Absolutely brilliant. WarioWare throws a series of micro games at you. Now, you've heard of mini games, which take 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. These are micro games. These take a couple of seconds, and they keep throwing them at you in rapid succession, and you have to pass them all, and otherwise you die. Let me explain. First of all, you'll start off with something like slash the fruit. They'll throw fruit, you've got to slide it on the touchscreen. The next one, you blow out the birthday candles into the microphone, so you go into the mic. The next one, you have to be silent. Then the next one you have to go on and you have to light a match on the strip. It's absolutely brilliant. And it's really a tech demo of what the DS was capable of. That's why it came out. And it really just highlights what the DS has as far as capabilities. You can do, you have so much fun with this game. There's no story, there's no nothing. It is just, if you want insane fun, WarioWare is the way to go. Now the next one is Dr. Kawashima's brain training, which doesn't really count as a game as such, but it is certainly worth a mention. The game is based on the theories of Dr. Ryuta Kawashima, who believes that having an active prefrontal cortex will actually increase your brain's capabilities, and as such has designed a game with lots of activities to stimulate it. You've got, for example, you've got calculations by 20, which is 20 quick-fire math questions thrown at you to answer as soon as you can. There's reading aloud, which, I mean, surprisingly enough, is reading classic literature aloud. And then the last one, probably worth a mention, is low to high, which a pattern of numbers appears and you have to organise them from lowest to highest. There's plenty of other stuff in there, guys, and it's just to keep your brain clicking. You've also got 4 files, so you can challenge your friends and family to have a brain age check, which is to test how slow your brain is in an age comparison. 20 is fast, 80 is slow. And as I said, not really a game, but seriously worth a pick up if you need just a pick me up to keep you fresh every morning, if you need something to do while you're on your break at work, if you're catching the train, just something to keep you clicking. Now, I've only covered 4 titles so far, but there is plenty more on the DS that's worth looking at. You've got Super Mario DS, you've got Nintendogs, which is definitely one for the ladies, but nonetheless still worth a look. You've got Partners in Time, you've got Animal Crossing, you've got Castlevania. There's plenty of stuff out there that is going to justify a purchase of a DS. There's also plenty of stuff coming out in the future. There's a TV tuner coming out, so you can watch TV on your thing. You've also got a PDA add-on, so you can use it as if like a Hewlett-Packard PDA. You can use plenty of stuff, and there's plenty more games coming out too. You've got Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, you've got Trauma Center, a new WarioWare game. There is just absolutely, the sky's the limit for the DS. There is no question. The sky is the absolute limit. Until next time, guys, my name's Jason, and I've never had this much fun in the palm of my hand. Oh, maybe, oh. I'm frizzy.
Nintendo DS.
Yes, Nintendo DS. There's a lot of love for Nintendo DS, man. The only problem is you can't like hack it. I hate to admit that people hack stuff, but the PSP just gets reamed, man. That thing, like, you've got Sega emulators, you've got SNES emulators, Super Punch Out, man, on your damn PSP. That's where it's at.
Emulators are the go for those old consoles.
Yeah, but the DS, because of the way it's made, there's no like way to get onto it and hack it. I mean, how awesome would Nintendo be? It was like the Pitbull. You know,
like
Nintendogs. Yeah, I'd love to get Cerberus in there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Get some
Guardian of the Gates of Hades. Yeah. No, good stuff.
God,
so we're getting mythical. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting mythical now, and Nick's reckoned the
I fucking didn't touch a single thing.
Well, look, we could sit here and talk about DS all day, but we're not going to. We're going to go to a review.
50 Cent.
We've got to fit in my review today.
Yes.
So
What review is it?
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
As in 50?
Yeah.
50.
Let's go check it out.
50?
Check it out for yourself.
Our first AD's having an aneurysm.
Yo, mofos! I'm talking about 50 Cent Bulletproof coming to your PlayStation 2 now. I'm your boy Jamie, and I can't do it, Dale. This isn't working. I'm just not hardcore. I'm just not hardcore. That's it. This game is brought to your PlayStation 2 by Vivendi Studios. Now, the game starts when your boy K-Dog has got himself into some trouble, and you, as 50 Cent, have to go in and help him out. K-Dog ends up dead. Sorry to spoil a surprise. And you end up with 9 bullets in your back. So for the rest of the game, 50 Cent walks around with his boys being very, very angry and popping caps into people. The graphics of this game are quite good. 50 Cent himself looks pretty menacing, and his boys are pretty well rendered too. I thought they let themselves down on the backgrounds a little bit, and they've tried to cover this up by making it dark. Kind of like turning out the lights in the bedroom. Graphics are a highlight of this game and get a 6.8 out of 10. I quite like the music of 50 Cent, so I enjoyed the sound. The biggest problem with it is that when the game loads, whatever track you're listening to resets and starts playing from the start. So what you're going to do is end up knowing the first 30 seconds of every track really, really well. The unlockable film clips are a nice treat though. I'm going to give the sound on this one the Jamie stamp of approval with a 6 out of 10. The gameplay of this one is quite repetitive, but I think that as a third-person shooter, 50 Cent Bulletproof stands up to be as good as Duke Nukem: A Time to Kill. I have to give my boy 50 Cent only a 3 out of 10 for gameplay on this one. This game isn't a classic by any standard. It's going to be a play and throw away title. The last ability on this game, they tried to increase the last ability on this game by making a career mode, which allows you to unlock things. But as soon as I'd unlocked the film clips, I really didn't feel like going back. I can only give last ability a 3 out of 10. Man, I don't want to diss this work, but I expected hardcore, wall-to-wall action, popping caps into people until the early hours of the morning. What I got was a good third-person shooter. Vivendi Studios are going to get rich or die trying with this one. Boys, I can only give you 5 out of 10. I'm Jamie. That's my PlayStation review for today. So, look, it's definitely worth a look. It's 50 Cent Bulletproof is a good game. Peace out. Shout out to my boy Kalen.
Yeah. Let's take him there. Yeah.
That was a bad gangster impression.
That was. Man, you were homie Fly G in the crib with the hood. I don't know what you were doing, man.
Strapping.
Strapping. No, that's actual slang, but.
Oh, it's because I'm thug.
Yeah. Look, not the best game in the world, but your 50 Cent fans are gonna be digging it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But that's because they're more
fans.
Yeah, no. End of the show.
End of
of
another
the
show
show.
here on
We've-
Level 3.
if we
It's
go-
just like these
Yeah, if we're
days.
talking tunnels, man, this is.
Oh,
man.
I want a metaphor. I want to hear the other side of the tunnel.
Footage?
So guys, we're out of here. We're going to go. Until next time, guys. Game on.
No, someone else uses game on now.
Oh.
So yeah,
So is
someone,
this
someone
stealing
stolen
from
our
me?
thunder. Yeah.
No, we were
Not
first.
the thunder.
I am keeping it. Game on.
It's lame.
We were
but
first.
it's out.